Welcome back to Blizzard Abroad. Today I want to talk to the younger generation. The Gen Z, the millennials, even some of the Gen Alphas that coming behind them. You know, and I just want to send a message, man, because there's a lot of people talking on the internet. There's a lot of people, a lot of talking points that you're gonna hear. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I just want to send a message of hope, a message of resilience, a positive message, because there's a lot of negativity out there right now, especially aimed at Gen Z. I don't know why, and I just think it's coming from uh, people who don't actually interact with the younger generations, and they have preconceived notions in their heads, and they're just going off of stereotypes, like every other generation has done. You know, me personally, I've worked with Gen Z. I interact with them. They're honestly the most promising generation out of all of them. You know, and you kind of have to sit down and talk with them. You kind of actually have to observe them and listen to understand where it's coming from. It's easy to just sit back and have an opinion and to judge. The harder part is really sitting down with somebody and trying to understand and listen. So, that being said, I want to say to Gen Z, right? Don't let anybody tell you what your limitations are, right? Don't let anybody tell you that your world is hopeless and that it's a bleak place and that there is no hope, because there is hope. But you define what your fate is. You have the power to determine your destiny, not anybody else, especially not some person that doesn't know you, never interacted with you, because that's what we're seeing a lot of on the internet, right? And we have to vet even the people that we are listening to. Of course, the people that we interact with and we let into our life, but even the people that we get our information from. Because it's just like food, it's just like the food we intake. So is the information that we consume mentally, right? Because if you start consuming too much negative information, it's going to poison your mindset, right? And we want to keep a positive mindset, right? We want to be optimistic about our future, especially if you're 21, 23. You have your whole life ahead of you. The world is at your feet. You determine what path you want to walk. You determine your own fate. It's in your hands, not anybody else's. So don't let anybody tell you that you don't have options out here, because you do. You have choice every day. Every day, your eyes open. You have an opportunity to get better, to grow, to learn, to overcome something, because that's what life is. And nobody's saying it's going to be easy. Nobody's ever said that life was easy and you weren't going to face any challenges. Of course you are. That's part of life. You're going to fail. You're going to get knocked down. Will you get back up? That's the question. And this is why I say be careful who you get your information from, because there's a lot of people out here right now who are only going to shame and blame and point fingers at other people for the situation that they find themselves in life. And they're going to take their negative situations and try to project them onto you. Don't let that happen. Because like I said, you determine the outcome of your life. You determine the situations that you end up in for the most part. So when you do fall down, Will you get up and overcome and persevere? Or will you lay down and let the world have its way with you while you blame other people for your problems? That is the difference between winning and losing. That is the difference between stagnation and growth. Always choose to get up and fight. That's what I'm saying today. And don't let anybody else determine your limitations, what you can do, what you can't do, especially what you dream to do, what you plan to do, your goals in life, right? It's up to you to put the work in to get there. Nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to develop a perfect plan for you that has no struggles in it, because everything is going to have struggles. That's an everyday part of life. Some are going to be hard, some are going to be easier to overcome. But there will be failures. There will be struggle. There will be hard times. There will be dark times. That's life. That's the journey. That's the journey. And the journey is as much a part of it as the destination. Right? Overcoming. It doesn't feel good in the process. But once you get to the other side of that struggle, that's the beauty of life. Right? And you're gonna relive that over and over again. Joy and pain. Joy and pain. Who said that? Rob Bay said it. It's like sunshine and rain. But never give up. Just remember, like there are people from the older generations that support you, that are here for you, that are willing to help, that are willing to listen. Right? The kids that I coach, they know this. They don't always take advantage of it, but they know this. They know, I have a group of kids that I took from 5 years old that right now they're in college, most of them. So maybe I see it through that lens because, I interact with these kids, often, very often, and I love them and I root for them every day, and I'm here for them. And it doesn't get talked about enough, but we know that there are people out here that are willing to help, willing to listen, willing to sacrifice even to help the next generation out. We want to see the next generation win. We're not going to beat down on them. We're not going to criticize them without trying to help them. Because like where I come from, we're going to help you. We might joke on you after we know you're okay, but we're going to help you if it's in our means. And I'm not the only one. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I have my flaws. I fail a lot, but that's part of life. I'm always going to get up. That's the difference. I'm always going to get up. So it's all about building confidence, being courageous, being willing to fail, not the fear of failure, being willing to fail. In football, we call it fail falling forward. It's 3 F's, and it's true. You have to be willing to fail. You do have to take chances in life, and you have to be willing to fail and have a knowledge that a confidence that you can overcome the obstacles that are inevitably going to happen in your life. So that's my message. Don't give up. Don't believe these people when they tell you there's no hope, right? Don't fall into the negativity, right? Don't align yourself with people who would kick somebody else when they're down. Because guess what's gonna happen when you fall? They're gonna do the same to you. So be careful who you choose to be around, who you choose to take advice from. And believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. There's plenty of people out here rooting for you who want to see you win, who will support you if you're going down the right positive path, who put a boot up your butt when you start going down the wrong path, right? So this is coming from a Gen Xer, right? We love you, we support you, right? Keep fighting, keep pushing, you know. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, Blizzard Abroad.